Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shlitva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is giving us the understanding that to transform life, to show the path to God, one must get the commandment from God. Then it is possible. In the same context, he says how people of Calcutta are always remain excited and they want fresh things, and if they want to get water, dig a well. They'll dig in one place. If some obstruction comes, they start digging elsewhere. Many of the people, they go to this institution, stay for some time, go to the another, they could not get elsewhere. They go on changing. In the end, they don't get anything anywhere. When you hold on to a thing wholeheartedly and go in any path, they will find the reality. The thing is, it is not the path that is going to lead you, your sincerity. Sri Ramakrishna says, even if you have missed your track, you have missed your path, yet you will find that someone comes and tells you, this is not the way. You have to go to Udupi and you are going in the wrong way. Somebody will guide you as you start going. The sincerity is what is needed, the wholehearted dedication. And we must be like small children. Children have some kind of understanding which is beyond the understanding. Many children, very strange way their mind works. In a school, children were asked, if God gives you one extra eye, where do you want? Most of the children said here, because they had seen Shiva, Kali and all having eye here. So most of the children told her here. One boy told, oh, I want here, because these eyes can see forward. I can't see anything at the back. And one boy told, I want on my finger. I can see anywhere. I can see in my ear. How his brain is working, you see. We can't suddenly imagine if somebody will ask you if you want to, one more eye God is ready to give. Where will you? We can't suddenly think of this small thing. On a finger it is there, anywhere you can see. And another one, I heard, one school girl, they were studying in the same pre-schooling ages. They have started going to school, but in kindergarten they are studying in. One mother lost her child. They were the two children were friends in the school. The other one came to know. And that mother had only one child and the first baby. And she was panic and weeping and wailing. Nobody could console her. This small girl said at home, my friend's mother, I heard, is not being consoled. I want to go and console. The father said, how are you going to console? I will see that. She ran away. Then after an hour, she came back. Father asked, what did you do? How did you console her? Nobody could console her. She said, I simply went and sat on her lap and hugged her and started weeping. As she was crying, I too started crying. Then she hugged me and started consoling me. And she got consoled. What a fun, you see. This understanding we don't get. The child has some sixth sense to sense something. We don't pay attention to children, but if you start paying attention to children, you know so many things. And this is how we develop our later on we see some dirt enters our mind and spoils our attitudes. But here Sri Ramakrishna is telling God does reveal Himself to man and speak, then only one may receive His command. How forceful are the words of such a teacher! They can move mountains. But mere lectures, people will listen to them for a few days and then forget them. They will never act upon mere words. At Kamarpukur, yesterday we had read this. At Kamarpukur there was a small lake called Haldarpukur. Certain people used to befoul its banks every day. Others who came there in the morning to bathe would abuse the offenders loudly, but next morning they would find the same thing. The nuisance did not stop. All laughed. The villagers finally informed the authorities about it. A constable was sent who put up a notice on the bank which read, "Commit no nuisance." This stopped the miscreants at once. Authority. With authority, if you tell, and the authority must come only from the divine, from God, then only it is possible. Nobody else can authorize you to go ahead. When God incarnates, we see each incarnation of the past giving tremendous transformations and appointing His apostles to carry on the mission. They are all commissioned people. They can continue the traditions. Without commission from God, man becomes vain. A man becomes vain. He says to himself, I am teaching people. This vanity comes from ignorance, for only ignorant person feels that he is doer. A man verily becomes liberated in life if he feels God is the doer. He alone is doing everything. I am doing nothing. Man's sufferings and worries spring only from his persistent thought that he is doer. We saw in the ego, doership, enjoyership and knowership will be there. This ego dissolves, all these dissolve. You people speak of doing good to the world. Is the world such a small thing? And you, who are you to pray? The world is constantly flowing like water. You change one person, he is no more there. it disappears. Another thousands and thousands are flowing. What to change? It is, if it is a limited thing, for a short period we can do. Eternally it's going on. Generations of generation people are coming. Who will? I am there for few years. I pass away. Whom I am going to transfer also won't be there. The transformer, and the one who gets transformed, nobody will be there. It's passing events, passing waters. What to change? God alone, who is eternal, He alone must be able to change this. First, realize God, see Him by means of spiritual discipline. If He imparts power, then you can do good to others, otherwise not. A Brahmo devotee, then sir, we must give up our activities until we realize God. Master, no. Why should you? You must engage in such activities as contemplation, singing His praises, and other daily devotions. You see, anything that you do in the name of God or for the sake of God becomes a worship unto Him. Suppose I am going to feed a person who is hungry, then trying to see the divine in him, then it becomes a worship unto God. All my activities I can convert into spiritual practices if I can bring the divine in the background and in the. Suppose this house, this hall, I want to clean. Oh, this belongs to God. My own house it could be somebody's house where I am employed. If I can see it belongs to God, oh, I am blessed to clean this. It may be I am owning it myself, but when I understand how many people came to this very land and started telling, this is mine, mine, showing the authority, this is mine, it disappears. Another person comes and tells, this belongs to me, this is mine, and he also disappears. People are coming and going, things are here, this land is here for millions of years. Everybody comes and claims, this is mine, and disappears. It belongs to none, it belongs to God. So when I understand the reality, the truth, when this belongs to God, oh, cleaning this, painting, I am only a trustee. It is in my trust God has given me, and I have to look after this because it belongs to God. Then I start cleaning this, then it becomes a worship. Every act of my life I can convert into a worship by bringing divine in the background. So here Sri Ramakrishna is telling, why should you give up? You must engage in such activities as contemplation, singing the praises, and daily devotions. Daily devotions can be your duties and responsibilities also. If you do it unselfishly, just for duty as duty's sake, and offer your activities to God. When we offer our work to God, we offer the actual act that we have done, then its fruit that is going to come, and then the doership. All the three. The doership, the act, and its fruit. Karma, karma phala, and kartritva. All the three are offered. Kartritva is offered, I am the doer, the act done is offered, karma, kartritva, and the fruit of the karma phala, the fruit of the action. All the three are offered to God. I have no claim, as if I have not done at all. It is equivalent to I have not done at all. Because doership itself is offered to God. Work cannot, karma cannot bind me anymore. It becomes a spiritual practice helping me for my evolution to divinehood. Brahmo. But what about our worldly duties associated with our earning money and so on? Sri Ramakrishna is insisting on spiritual practices. They are also like work, activities of spiritual practices you continue. Then the Brahmo is asking, what about our duties of earning our life? Master, yes, you can perform them too, but only as much as you need for your livelihood. At the same time, you must pray to God in solitude with tears in your eyes that you may be able to perform those duties in an unselfish manner. There is no selfishness. I have to survive in this world. For my survival, I do. When I was there in forest life, one day one Adivasi person came. He wanted to show me how they extract honey from the honeycomb. So he asked me whether I am going to join him. I was frightened because it is a place where no humans exist. It is a thick forest, virgin forest. Where from this person come? Who is this? He is like a nomad of the olden days. He is looking without proper any dress, clothing and all, beards. He has a bucket made up of wood and rope of grass, and he is asking me whether I am going to come with him. I was frightened. I was sitting for meditation in a pond-like area in water where there is a stone to avoid the insects coming. So then he said, you won't be able to see these sights. Why don't you come with me? I said, all right. It was almost evening. He took me about 3-4 kilometers away by foot. While going, it started raining. Then, within 2-3 minutes, he made an umbrella. He took a bamboo piece, he split it into 4, he tied twigs over that, put leaves and gave me. Within 3 minutes, he made an umbrella. And we started going. On the way, he cut 2 dried bamboos, lighted them as a torch for the night. We had to go inside the forest. I went on singing bhajans and all that. And after going there, he showed me there were waterfalls was there, number of hilly region, on the trees and everywhere huge honeycombs. And he plucked some leaves from a tree. He said these leaves are insect repellents. If you keep with you, the honeybees will not come to you. They will not bite you. He gave me. We put here, there a few of the leaves, shoots, and then he took me and he showed one honeycomb. He said, I'm going to bring that down, I'm going to take it. Then he went, sat below the tree with a few flowers there, here and there, offered it to them, there, prayed to the nature for permission for taking that. He was telling the queen also, queen of the honeycomb, so many bees are there, thousands of bees in a honeycomb. The queen is addressing the queen and Mother Nature. Look here, for my stomach I have to do this. I know I am doing some injustice, but I have no other way to live. So I am going to destroy your kingdom. Give me permission. Then he climbed up, tied a rope to his torch, pulled it up, and went on singing a song. Went on increasing its pitch, and finally he put the torch to the honeycomb. It was quite dark by that time. Sunset was over, and all honeybees started flying here and there. And I was frightened, but they'll swing, the swarms of honeybees, but it will not touch me because the leaves are there, which is protecting me. Just here and there they are put. He also is kept in mouth, and here, there. And then slowly he removed that and put in a bucket and left it below. The main thing is, for my stomach I have to do. Sri Ramakrishna says, for your living, how much you need, if you do, it is stainless. It will not stain your mind or anoint you with its karmic load. So that he is a Adivasi living in a forest without something like Aborigine people, and he doesn't have education, he doesn't know what is city life in forest. But you see the wisdom that for my sake I have to do this, pardon me for this act. Then after bringing down, the whole thing he kept and offered all that back to the nature, Divine Mother. Mother, I have taken this. This act of mine I am going to offer to you. And then whole thing is squeezed out, throwing away the eggs and all that, squeezed, a bucket full of honey. We came back. It was past midnight when I reached my kutia again. But look at the way they live. Similarly, when I went to Budni forest first time with Ravi Maharaj, there some dacoits came. That was Chambal area, almost close to Chambal area. No. There the dacoits were there. They came and started telling us who you are, why you have come here, and all. And then those people, I asked them, how you are living here? Who are you? We are dacoits living in the forest. So they loot people, go to the village, loot and bring, whole group goes for looting and bring whoever has looted, they will put in front of a image in the forest. One Kali temple is there. All will live there and go away. And night, the chief will come, offer it to the divine, and take it as a prasad and distribute among all the people equally. Till the whole thing gets exhausted, they will not loot again. And they have two vows: they will not touch women and children, and will not harm anybody unless they try to harm us. So, you see, even among the dacoits, they have certain laws. If anyone among the group, they bring, loot and bring, they cannot hide or do anything. They have to keep in front of the deity and go. If anyone cheats, his wife will be made to shoot him down. So they have law. The whole thing is how to live in this world for the sake of one, the stomach and a piece of cloth. They do all this. But when the minimum required is met, it is stainless. And looting means they will not harm or beat. They will ask, whatever you have, give it and take. Formerly they used to attack trains. Now armed forces are there in trains. They used to go to the village. It was in 80s, 84, 1984. So, how they live, some kind of moral bindings with which they live. Though collectively, if you see, it looks like a bad act, but they say we don't have alternative. This is how we can live. And if anybody has any alternative, if anybody is ready to give me a job or give me something, I don't go. I am ready to renounce. At the same, you can perform them too, duties of the world for earning money, as much as you need for your livelihood. At the same time, you must pray to God in solitude with tears in your eyes, that you may be able to perform all these duties in an unselfish manner. You should say to Him, O God, make my worldly duties fewer and fewer. Otherwise, O Lord, I find that I forget Thee when I am involved in too much of activities. Minimum activities necessary for living, do it rest of the time, because life is going to end in no time. And then call on God. When we join Mutt also, the senior Swamijis, the advisors, if you get few minutes, don't waste. Go and sit in a corner and call on God. If you get few minutes, go and sit and call on God. I may think I am doing unselfish work, but it turns out to be selfish. People who carry to excess the giving of alms or distributing food among poor fall victims to desire of acquiring name and fame. Niranjanam nityamanantarupam bhaktanukampa dritavigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidhyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namamaha.